This faculty of the imagination occupies a very important role in our lives as Christians. St. Bernard and St. John of the Cross and St. Ignatius of Loyola talk about its importance. Let's start with St. Bernard of Clairvaux, because he emphasizes that the imagination is a faculty that God has given us. It's the exercise of the intellect, but that we must use it properly. And St. John of the Cross emphasizes that there are two types of imagination, active and passive. And the person who is seasoned in his or her prayer life advances from the active to the passive imagination. Now, to better understand this, I wish to share with you St. John of the Cross's statement distinguishing the two. In his Living Flame of Love, articles 32 and 34, he states that it should be known that the practice of beginners is to meditate and make acts and discursive reflection with the imagination. But God begins to wean the soul, as they say, and place it in the state of contemplation. It is God who in this state is the agent. The soul is the receiver. The soul conducts itself only as the receiver and as one in whom something is being done. Now, St. John of the Cross adds that at this juncture, the soul should, in quotes, lay aside its natural active mode of imagination and adopt the passive, loving attention mode of imagination by remaining very passive and tranquil without making any act, unless God would unite himself with it in some act. So here in these articles 32 and 34 of the Living Flame of Love, St. John of the Cross in essence is telling us that it is God who puts his thoughts in us, his reflections in us, patterns of thought that we visualize in prayer. But remember, God is not alone in the intellect. There is also the human ego, the pride, as well as Satan. Therefore, the soul must be careful in engaging even its passive imagination.